Hi, my name is Sean Mellinger, and I am the film and photography teacher at Hawaii Baptist Academy. This is my 19th year at HBA. Now, movies have always had an important part in my life. I actually have one of my first cameras. This one right here. This is a Kodak 8mm spring-wound motion picture camera. I ended up buying it for $4 at a swap meet. And it still works, and when I was a kid, I did make a couple of films with this. But movies also influenced my life. Here's one of the most influential movies in my life, Raiders of the Lost Ark. This is a video disc. I don't know if anyone remembers it. They were it's not a laser disc, but a video disc, and they were kind of competing with VHS at the time. VHS won, but these were great films. And this one in particular influenced me because I love the character of Indiana Jones. And it was in the second film, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, that I experienced a defining moment in my life. And if you've seen the film, then you kind of know the story where Indiana Jones, this kind of reckless adventurer who's an archaeologist, he's in India, and when he's there, he is searching for these lost stones, the Shankara stones, and they're known for having these diamonds in them. And Indy, through a series of adventures, gets mixed up with this wicked cult, the Thuggee cult. And those cult members had also captured a bunch of children and had forced them to be slaves. And they were digging in mines looking for the lost stones and other gems. And through the adventures, Indiana Jones himself is also captured. And when he is captured, the bad guys, they do this kind of mind control over him. And during that process, he even hurts some of those who are his closest friends. And then, at a kind of a moment of climax, his young friend, Short Round, he comes in and he rescues Indy. And Indy has a moment to escape. And then the heroine of the film, Kate Capshaw, who plays Willie Scott, she turns to him and she says, "Now let's get out of here." And Indy, with intensity in his eyes, looks at her and he says, "Right, all of us." And then he goes on to lead a rebellion and the children are freed. Now, when I watched that movie, it was like one of the most intense movies I'd ever seen in my life. And after the movie, my family is kind of sitting there watching the credits roll. And then my father turns to us 6 kids and he said, "Those children could have been free at any moment. All they needed was a leader. You could be that leader." And that became a defining moment in my life where someone spoke something into me, and it kind of changed the way I thought. Later, when I became a Christian, then that had all the more importance because Jesus says, "Go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. And lo, I'm with you always to the end of the age." And Jesus kind of commissioned people to go and tell the good news. And so that moment in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom kind of had a new meaning as well, where God kind of shaped my life to tell people about Him and also to tell good stories. And that's what we do here at HBA in our filmmaking courses, both in our middle school filmmaking courses and in our high school courses. We tell good stories, and we try to not only be formative, but transformative. Through the year, the students are going to learn how to use equipment, like the stuff that is filming this. They will learn how to use the cameras and the lights, the sound equipment. They're also going to learn to edit. And if they are in the advanced classes, they already have the foundation built, and they're going to continue that foundation, and they're going to continue to tell good stories. And they're going to be using the same software that we use here. If they are online, they're going to be using that same software and kind of be building upon what they have learned already. And we hope that later in the year, whether we are online or in person, that you could join us for the HBA Arts and Film Festival, where we showcase all of the student stories that they have made throughout the year. And it is a great time, and I highly recommend you join us in celebrating the good work the students have done. Thank you very much, and I am excited for telling good stories, not only to your children, but with them. Thank you.